Please welcome Mr. Jedidiah Persall. Are you ready to recite your final passage of the day?
After some really tough buzzer rounds, I am ready.
Absolutely. Okay, here we go. Jedidiah, please recite Isaiah 6, 1 through 13.
Isaiah 6, 1 through 13. In the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord sitting upon a throne, high and lifted up, and the train of his robe filled the temple. Above him stood the seraphim. Each had 6 wings. With 2 he covered his face, and with 2 he covered his feet, and with 2 he flew. And one called to another and said, Holy, holy, holy is the Lord of hosts. The whole earth is full of his glory. And the foundations of the thresholds shook at the voice of him who called, and the house was filled with smoke. And I said, Woe is me, for I am lost, for I am a man of unclean lips, and I dwell in the midst of a people of unclean lips. For my eyes have seen the King, the Lord of hosts. Then one of the seraphim flew to me, having in his hand a burning coal that he had taken with tongs from the altar. And he touched my mouth and said, Behold, this has touched your lips. Your guilt is taken away, and your sin atoned for. And I heard the voice of the Lord saying, Whom shall I send, and who will go for us? Then I said, Here I am, send me. And he said, Go, and say to this people, Keep on hearing, but do not understand. Keep on seeing, but do not perceive. Make the heart of this people dull, and their ears heavy, and blind their eyes, lest they see with their eyes, and hear with their ears, and understand with their hearts, and turn and be healed. Then I said, How long, O Lord? And he said, Until cities lie waste without inhabitant, and houses without people, and the land is a desolate waste, and the Lord removes people far away, and the forsaken places are many in the midst of the land. And though a tenth remain in it, it will be burned again, like a terebinth or an oak, whose stump remains when it is felled. The holy seed is its stump. Isaiah 6, 1 through 13.
Wow, Jedidiah, that is such a powerful passage and just great imagery of God and his holiness. I wouldn't be surprised if you had a mini sermon for us on the holiness of God.
Well, thank you.
Actually, he pulls his notes out of his back pocket. Say something about the holiness of God, Jedidiah. We love hearing you speak about the Lord.
Well, thank you. The holiness of God is something that we cannot comprehend because we are only ordinary people. We are the creation who worship the Creator. But we see God over and over again in his splendor and glory. In Job 38, you see him speaking out of a whirlwind. And in Exodus chapter 3, pretty much everybody in here knows that. If you read the Bible, he spoke to Moses out of that burning bush. And Jesus speaks to us in ways that we cannot comprehend. But his presence is sometimes too hard for us to endure. Job 42, we read that Job was humbled so much by seeing that vision of the Lord in the previous 4 chapters. And we see over and over again, Ezekiel, what did he do? He fell on his face. Philippians 2, every knee will bow before the Lord. So what I love about this concept is that God reveals himself in so many ways to show to all that he is the true creator of everything, that we did not come from some undesigned process of evolution. We came from a God who loves us, and we can worship him in the splendor of holiness. So let's make sure that we keep up that worship.
Wow. My gut feeling has never been more right, ever.
There's this passage about being ready in season and out, and I think
Amen.
you understand that passage. Thank you. Great job on your recitation.
Yeah, thank you,
Well,
Jen.
thank you.
It's like freestyle preaching, you know?
Yes.